Hi, I'm Jeff Phillips with Altorfer Ag Products. Today I get the opportunity to show you the CLAAS 740 Trion combine. The CLAAS 740 Trion was actually brought out in 2021 by CLAAS for an option for farmers to have the robust efficiency of a CLAAS machine, but not the high price tag of its big brother, the Lexion. Come with me and I'll show you a walk around. We'll start up here in the front of the machine. This is our feeder house of the combine. On a CLAAS machine, the feeder house on this Class 7 is 56 inches across all the way through the machine. From the very front here, all the way through the chopper in the rear, one size with no pinch points. This machine is actually a belted feeder house. You have the option between a belt or a chain on the feeder house. The belt option is much quieter than the chain, has approximately 2 times the life of a chain, and it's much gentler on the crop as it goes around. That's going to take your crop up into the CLAAS renowned APS hybrid system. Now that APS hybrid system stands for accelerated pre-separation. That first cylinder in the APS, we call the APS cylinder, speeds the crop up, spreads the crop out across the main threshing cylinder before it is pushed into the single 22-inch rotor that is 13.75 feet long. Now this machine is very efficient because of that system. The bigger Lexions have a twin rotor system. This machine here feeds that single rotor very nicely for a Class 7 machine. Come around here. As far as our drive, these machines come equipped with either wheels or our TerraTrack. Now this machine is set up for duals. It only has singles on it at the time. You can get it in duals or singles or in the fully flexible TerraTrack system. Depending on your header width and the size of your farm will depend on which one of these suits your needs. This machine is equipped with a 340 bushel folding grain tank accompanied by a 29.2 foot long auger with a tipping spout on the end that unloads at 3.8 bushels per second. A lot of people ask me about this wrench on these combines. This wrench is a very nice wrench. It has an 8mm Allen on one end and a 13mm open end wrench on the other end. Now people sometimes think that's odd, but this wrench does a lot of things around this machine. The 13mm open end we use for a lot of adjustments on our spring tightening and even to turn our high-low gear changer, which I'll show you here in a minute. The CLAAS Trion combine comes standard with a Cummins 8.9 liter engine in it. Very powerful, 402 horsepower standard, 430 as a max horsepower. Now that's going to allow you to push a 40-foot draper head on this machine or a 12-row 30-inch chopping corn head. Very efficient. Our rear tire option, we have several different sizes. This here is one of the larger ones. You can get this also in a rear wheel assist 4-wheel drive, or it can come in a standard 2-wheel drive option. Walk towards the back here. Here's an example of where we're going to use this wrench on this machine and how nice it is. When I want to change my chopper speed in the back of this machine, it's a simple change. Open the panel. This chopper speed selector is very simple. We're going to pull it out for high or push it in for low. Now right now it's on low, so if I were changing this machine, now it's in high. Very simple. I use this wrench to access it. The chopper on this machine is a standard chopper. We call it the Pro Chop. It's good up to a 40-foot head. It will spread 40 feet, and it does it by a rotating swath. It does a very nice job. Come with me real quick and look up inside. You'll notice there's just one rotor gearbox for the single rotor. 22 inches by 13.75 feet. Step around to this side. Now here's one thing I want to show you on these machines that makes them so efficient. This is our 3D sieve system. Now some people don't know what that is. When your sieves are shaking back and forth in the field and you get on a side slope, this 3D sieve system will sense that you're on a side slope by the pendulum that's in oil, and it will literally push on that sieve. So now instead of shaking forward and backwards, you're actually shaking uphill as you're shaking forward and backward. saving your grain, keeping it from going out the back of the machine. Very nice. This is our clean grain elevator. This has a 6,000 bushel an hour clean grain elevator for a Class 7 machine. Very efficient, will haul a lot of grain away. This is your returns elevator. The returns elevator feeds everything back to the front of the machine that did not get threshed, so it can go through and be threshed again. Now, this is one of the really cool things with the Trion. I showed you we can use this wrench in different places, 13 millimeter. When I want to change the main drive gearbox from high to low, all I have to do is step over here on the side of the machine, put my 13 millimeter on, pull down. Now we just changed that from high to low. Took me just a few seconds, very nice. The last thing I'm going to show you before we get up in the cab is our dust extractor fan. This fan here is our dust extractor, sucks the dust and material out of the feeder house and blows it down on the ground underneath the machine. Come with me while we climb up in the cab and I'll show you a few more things in there. Okay, now we're in the cab of the new Trion combine, and you'll notice one thing about this Trion combine that I really like. We didn't give up anything. Going to this machine, you get the same cab and the same amenities that you get from the larger 8000 series, 7500, all the Lexion machines. I'm going to show you a few features of this machine. You'll notice one thing right up at the beginning that most people talk about is this controller. The hydrostat controller looks a little different than a lot of other machines do. Doesn't have the big paddle size. Turn this radio down. The big paddle kind of hydrostat, typically your hand is turned up and it's not as ergonomically correct. This one here, when your hand lays on it, your hand will fall in all the same places that it would on the paddle. Most people have no problem transitioning over to this type of control. Still has the same movements side to side. When you push forward, you'll creep forward, push over and back, and you'll go in reverse, just like the other paddle style. All of your head controls, your raise and lower, fore and aft, they're all exactly the same as they would be on the other control. Now, on your screen here, I'll show you a couple things that are very nice. This is a 12-inch touchscreen CBIS monitor. The CBIS monitor has many ways to actually make changes on the machine. If you touch, for instance, the front APS system, that system will come up. We can change our threshing cylinder concave. You can easily rotate it and change the concave just with your finger. If you find that going through the field you don't like to do that because it's maybe bouncy, this knob right here on the side, you can just roll this knob. It'll also make the changes. CLAAS also made a neat feature on these machines for people that come from older machines, say a Case or a Deere, that like to do manual controls. Over on the side, on this side over here, there are just manual controls. Plus or minus for your concave opening, plus or minus for your cylinder speed, fan speed, etc. Very easy, and you don't even have to touch the monitor, okay? This monitor also has what's called a favorites, and on your handle here, you'll see a little favorite star. One of my favorite features of this whole machine, if you touch that button anytime when you're going through the field, it'll bring up a favorites menu on the side. Now, the things that are on that favorites menu are what is controlled by the trigger on the back of the handle. So if I push this, let's say I want to activate my pivoting end spout on my auger. This machine has a 29.2 foot auger out the side, so it's very nice to be able to use your pivoting spout to be able to fill your grain cart. If I want to do that as I'm rolling through the field, if I hit my favorites and I can scroll up or down, and we will scroll down to the pivoting spout, now the trigger on the back will pivot that spout in and out. Very easy. If I want to change to something else for that trigger, all I have to do is hit my favorites, use my up and down to scroll to the next thing. Like this would be your feeder house tilt. So very easy, very comfortable to do as you're rolling through the field. On your display, we have two different screens. Display 1 will show your road. This is for when you're going down the road. It will show your speed all the way up to 19 miles an hour, which this machine is capable of. It shows both your fuel fill and your DEF fill, and also shows the temperature of the engine. One really nice feature when you're going down the road also, this machine has a camera in the back. All you have to do, up here on the top of the screen, if you touch the camera, you'll see the reverse camera came up. Now that's nice, but it's a little small. When I'm going down the road, I like to touch that camera again. The whole screen turns into the backup camera. So when I'm going down the road, I can see traffic coming up behind me and watch out for hazards that might be on the road. There is also a camera up in the front corner of this machine that would show your grain tank or your end spout. And we can change all that in here just by changing to different cameras. We'll go back to display 2. This is our in-field display, which is showing all your parameters of the machine. Down here at the bottom is your fan. Right here is your threshing system. This is your rotor, your 22.5 inch by 13 feet, 0.75 inches of rotor that's for nothing other than separating. Very easy to make changes. Up here in black, you'll notice this is your header. Very easy to make header changes. Like I said before, all you have to do is touch on what you want to change, and all the changes will come up on the side, which are fully functional by a finger touch. One last thing I'm going to show you here is how we go about actually changing the machine over. Say you wanted to change over to a different crop. What we would do from inside the machine for changing a crop is we go to our crop icon right here, touch on the crop icon, and you'll see now this machine is set up for corn right here on the top. If we click on that crop, corn, let's say we wanted to change this machine over to barley or rice or rye. It's very easy to do. With the machine running and everything, the threshing system, everything running at a wide open speed, we would touch rye. The machine will automatically change it over, and you'll see instead of saying US corn up here, it would say rye up here. That's everything you have to do from in the cab. That's it. Next, we would just get out and make 2 outside changes on the machine, and we're all set to pick rye. One last thing that a lot of people like to see on their machine, they like to know where they're at on their hours of their machine. All we need to do is scroll down on the machine here to counter. Should make sense. Touch on the counter button. Right here at the top, your working hours and your working time. That is your engine over your separator hours. Very easy to look at. All of your service changes can be made under the service icon. If you want to change any of these, if you've just done that maintenance, simply touch and go through the service procedure and tell it okay at the end, and now it has updated that service procedure. Okay, that's going to conclude our time in the cab here. I hope that all made sense for you. If you have any questions on that, feel free to reach out to one of your local sales reps. We'll be glad to show you this all in person where it might make more sense. Thanks for coming along today, and have a nice day.